Hello, and welcome to Pwnery's Kickin' It Old School, Season 5, Episode 36. And this is Final Fantasy I, the Pixel Remaster. And as promised, we picked up where I told you we would. Not where we left off, but behind the vampire's cave. Well, vampire's room in Earth Cave. So, we are going to head down to the 4th and 5th floors and eventually find what the real source of the decay of the Earth is. So let's go ahead and get started, shall we? Or not. That was completely unscripted. But I have ways of making them talk. So what I had done is I went back to the entrance of the cave, used a cottage to heal up, and get my magic points back, even though it doesn't matter, but before I set off, because I had realized that the red mage was down to like 100 hit points. Alright, so we just used the rod there to break that open. Didn't even say anything, it just did it. Alright, Cavern of Earth 4. I don't remember if there's any good lootables here, so we're probably gonna like... If we see them, we'll go for them. And I did run into a few of these guys on the way in, and boy do they still hit hard. Oof. Against my magic users, that is. Thankfully they're weak against thunder. Or lightning. Level 39. Man, we are really getting up there. Take care of that. Yes. Let's see what we got. Ooh, there's a big room. What do we got here? We have monsters. We may have interruptions soon. I hear my dogs barking in the other room. Maybe. Maybe I'll get lucky. Maybe I'm a Chinese jet pilot. Ooh, them Sphinx are kind of tough. There we go. Money. More monsters. I have to do it because I don't know what's in each box, because I don't have the old strategy guide anymore. Plus it makes this more thorough anyway, right? Yeah. It's not bad. What'd you get? Money. Money. Move, bat. Keep moving, bat. Thank you. More monsters. The Hyenodon. Okay. I mean, I'm sure you'll burn the same way as everything else. Oh, am I blind? Yep. Nice. I guess he just swung at the embers. If I'm not mistaken... Ooh, a staff. Wow. Let's not spend that all in one place. That's the very first weapon you put for a magic user. Yeah, it's nothing. Yeah, that's the other thing about Final Fantasy I is you don't have to deal with the status effects carrying over after the battle ends. Like, you heal afterwards. I guess it just implies that your boys took care of it before, you know, you set off. Which I guess makes sense. Naturally took care of it. I mean, you really should use resources, but they do address that in later games. Clearly. Money. It was all money, man. Oh, that's no good. Did I miss the exit on the other side of that wall? No. Okay. We have to go this way. Man. Just burn. Huh. Oh, that's almost cheating. Look at that. I can see the whole map. Okay, so there's obviously some stuff and things down there. So we'll go down there, then there's our exit. We're here. To get down there, we're heading the right way. Yeah, I almost don't like that. Especially since we never discovered that part of the map yet. Like, there should have been Fog of War still. In that respect, they did make it a bit too easy. Let's go get our stuff and things. Go here. Goblin Guard? Wow. I think those were called Gray Imps before, which were very, like, beginning of the game type monsters, so it's kind of weird that they're down here. I'm sure they burn the same. Yep. Better be something good in this room. Don't give me, like, cloth armor, you know, BS. Oh, yes. Stuff and things, including monsters. This is an interesting setup of monsters. Money. Move. Thank you. Oh look, the same setup. Which means the same attack pattern. Let that be enough. Fine. Result. Mithril shield. Okay, I think I can use that. Yeah, you can use that. 52. Can you... Like, I don't think you can use any shield. Not until your class upgrade. And then when he gets a class upgrade, he actually does get a pretty wicked shield later. More monsters. More of the same monsters. Could you imagine, like, if this was the same group of monsters from the first two boxes? If, like, the ogres could probably talk, right? They'd be like, oh, not these pricks again. Keep whooping our ass. Or if they're different monsters and they saw me whoop on his, you know, like party in the other box. So by the time you get to the third box, they're like, nope, I'm not coming out. No. No. You can't have the stuff and I'm not coming out to fight you. I saw what you did to my homies in the other two boxes. Or they'll just defecate all over the stuff and then run away. That sounds like something an ogre would do. That's something Shrek would do. Okay, if I can't have it, nobody can. Then run away. Alright, we're almost there. Now we're level 42. Okay, now I don't think this is one of those games where there's no monsters on the floor until you get to the boss. Some games do that, and I thought some Final Fantasies do that, where I could walk through this whole floor and not have a single fight until I get to the boss. We're about to find out. Some of those, yeah, this one's not one of them. Which in a way I'm kind of glad, because that makes things a bit too weird and easy. If you're wondering why I checked the big map, it was to see if there's any rooms with stuff and things. I don't believe there are. Yeah. Oh yeah, that was a nice simple thing too. Cool. I don't remember this floor being this simple in the original game. I thought it was a little longer of a walk. Now, before I enter that battle, I wonder if it'll let me do... Nope, you can't save. Okay. But what I can do is heal up before we go in. Oh, look, it makes your magic actually run down. See that? Uh-oh. Well, I better use someone else's spell for a while then. Alright, so there is a limitation to this. Good. In a way, I'm kind of glad. There. We're all full. Alright. Let's find out the source of the rot of the earth, shall we? Huh. An orb. Who speaks to me? That's a big dude. I am he who feeds on the power of the earth. I will not be disturbed by mortal men. I am the Lich, fiend of earth. Well, here we go. Wow, he's pretty scary looking. He was scary looking in the original game, like, without a doubt. Okay, what are we gonna do? You are gonna burn him. You are going to... What should we do? We will protect you, and you will haste him. Really love the soundtrack upgrades. I mean, it still has the similar sound to the original, but ooh, you can't do shit to me. Alright, so you're gonna do that. You're gonna attack. Yeah. I think that protect actually had an effect. Nice. Uh-oh. Well, guess we're not doing any more protect spells, so we're just gonna have to burn his ass. 12 hits. 12 hits. Nice. Oh, that's it. That's it. Gotcha. It's pretty weak, Lich. Pretty weak. Of course, we're, you know, beyond the level that the original strategy guide said to beat the whole game, so there's something to that. Ooh. There's a crystal. I'll hold up this yellow one. I believe we restored it. Yeah. This is the altar of the earth, from which the power of the earth flows forth. Yeah, good. Well, we saved it. And thankfully, we can just teleport out of here. Yeah, boy. You gotta walk all the way back. Nah, not after that beatdown. Alright. So now it looks like we have a lit crystal. It's kind of hard to tell, but I'm pretty sure it's a lit crystal. So, let's go back to Melmond. Have a conversation with the townfolk. Burn everything on the way out. And then I'm going to discuss with you how we're going to deviate from the original progression of the game. Oh, crap. I always used to make that mistake. Like, oh, I just cut right through here. No. Wrong. Wrong. Easy. You know, the one thing I never noticed, or the one thing I always used to notice, rather, is after you heal the earth like that, right? Like, I killed Lich, and I lit the crystal. Then the earth should be healing, which means all this swampy land should start to clear away, right? Like, it would stand to reason. All of this stuff here, this swampy muck, right? This is all supposed to be part of the earth's rot. That's supposed to go away, and it never does. Ever. You just can't heal it fast enough, I guess. Yeah, I will. I just did one, dude. Like, give me a break. Warriors of Light, to you we owe our thanks. The earth is returning to normal. Habebe. Stop by my father's shop. Stop by your bedroom. I'm just a farmer. Great. Do you has carrot? This couldn't happen without ya. The earth's smedum and ver is coming back. Right. In the cave of the southern tip, yep, that's the... See, so these are like little hints and clues of where you're supposed to go, where I should have went. I can't buy any more spells because we bought everything we could. So. Oh, you know what? Maybe one of them will tell me the thing and then I can explain it to you. As part of how I'm going to deviate. Let's see this guy here. I've heard the ancients possess something with the power to make ships float. Okay, so that is the hint that there's something to do that. Long ago, a prosperous civilization thrived in the Northland. Now it's fallen into ruin. Okay, that's not what we're looking for either. The giant living in the cave eats rocks. He'll eat just about any kind of rock. But I hear he especially likes gems, so you just can't get enough of them. So that's the clue for the cave. Huh. I thought there was a guy who's like sort of telling you where to go next. The earth crystal must be shining again. Yeah, duh. Okay. So, if you were to use the original Nintendo Power Strategy Guide, okay? After you had finished Earth Cave, that would have been the end of that chapter of the strategy guide. The next chapter would tell you that you need to go and unlock the Crystal of Fire. And to do that, you would head way over here. So, as you can see, we've got Crescent Lake, there's a town here, and then this is the volcano where the fiend that's locking the fire crystal is here, right? And all of these are not ocean, they're rivers. So we're going to have to find a way to be able to navigate these rivers. So what we're going to do is, as part of the story normally progresses, is we have to head here. And the quickest way to go east is to head west. So we're going to go south here, west, it'll like word wrap back this way, and we'll hit this dock right here and make the short little walk over to Crescent Lake. And then that should set us on the path for what we're going to do next. Man, they just keep coming, don't they? So this is the part where the game really starts to accelerate, at least for me, because we're going to start unlocking different pieces of conveyance, and that's going to make the world feel a whole lot smaller. Ooh. Alright, so we're still heading west. We're still heading west. Man! Give me a break! Yeah. Still heading west. Oh, look, we're in the east. Take that, flat earthers. Level 43. Oh, I gotta get up here. Alright, so let's make our way over to Crescent Lake. Sorry. N-Keg. I think these things were called Peeds before. If I remember right, these guys can poison you and they hit you hard. So it's like, I forgot what works best on them, so we're just going to use the strongest thing we got. Oh, you tried to run. There we go. It's good experience too. With the multiplier, obviously. Okay, here we are at the Crescent Lake. Yes. Alright, so let's see what we got first. That's where you res, that's where you sleep, that's where you get potions, this is where we get armor. Let's go see what they got anything interesting for us. No. Nope. Yes. No. Yes. Boy, not many choices, huh? Oops. Gee, you would think the steel gloves would be better. Whatever. At least I have a freaking shield for him now. Alright. If I remember right, this was... In the original game, it was all silver stuff here. No, it was mithril here. Silver stuff was in the Elf Town. Yeah. So this should all be mithril. Yeah. Nope. Oh. That's better than the Great Axe? Attack 25, attack 23. So I'll take one of these, and one of these, and you already have one of those. Yeah, we're good. Can't believe it, that Great Axe ain't that great. Imagine that. There we go. I don't think we can have any of the maxed out spells in this place yet, but let's take a look. Sleeping. Unmarked graves. Let's see if we can buy any spells. Oh yeah. Can't have exit yet. Raises the party's evasion. That'd be kind of nice to have. Cure stone. That would be kind of nice to have. Raises the party's defense. Ooh. I need exit. Being able to unstone would be nice. I'm gonna have to wait to see after we level our job skills if I can get one of these spells on someone else. So we'll refrain for now. Because remember, you can only have 3 slots per magic level too, so... Yeah, we'll take that. Death? Eh. Almost never works. Paralyzed, death, quake. You know what? We'll take quake. And we'll take death. If I remember right, death was called rub before. I think. That was pretty good. Alright, so we're sort of done with this town. My husband's always traveling, and in the little time he is home, he sleeps all day. I think he needs to get his priorities straight. Yeah, girl. Alright, so, in this town lies the Circle of Sages. Oh wow, look at you being all different. I'm Lucan. I see a cycle of wrath, a dim light guided by destiny, about which our future evolves. Revolves. Okay. So I guess that just helps you see which the starting point is. 12 sages are we, guided to this land by the stars and prophecy. 4 great crystals exist in this world. The light that once shone with them is now lost. The 4 fiends of chaos block the power of the crystals, claiming it as their own. Fire, earth, water, and wind, these are the 4 forces that compose our world. The source of these 4 forces are the altars scattered throughout the world. Defeat the fiends that have taken root there and lift up the crystal you carry to the altar. The crystal should regain its brilliance. We already did that, dude. The 4 fiends plot to rule the world, both past and present. The Fiend of Wind appeared 400 years ago, followed 200 years later by the Fiend of Water. Together they laid waste to the civilization in the north. The Fiend of Earth rots the land. Not anymore. Where the Fiend of Fire passes, all is engulfed in flame. So they're basically just giving you the descriptors. When all 4 crystals shine once more, return here. All will be revealed. Bring the light of the 4 crystals to us, warriors of light. Only you can do this, right? The volcano on Mount Golg rises to the west of this town. The Fiend of Fire long slept within its passages, but she has awoken 200 years before her time. Vanquish her before the world is consumed in flame, right? Well done, warriors of light. You've defeated the Fiend of Earth and restored the crystal's light. Sadly, this has drawn the notice of the Fiend of Fire, who is not to have stirred for another 200 years. Take this canoe and go face the Fiend in Mount Golg. We've obtained a canoe. A douche canoe. Alright, so, could you imagine, Like, if this was a real thing, right, and you walk in, it's like every one of those guys has a very specific line. It's like, what if you went to this guy and then you walked over to here and the other three guys were like, hey, wait, it won't make sense unless you listen to what we say first. Yeah, only I think of dumb shit like that. Okay, so we have obtained a canoe. The game would like me to take you here and deal with the Fiend of Fire. I'm not going to do that. This is where I do things very differently from the strategy guide. And even without multipliers, you can do it this way. Because I used to always do it this way. Because I thought it was more challenging. And I picked up way nicer gear earlier through my playthrough. So it made grinding a little easier back then. And then when I did come back to this volcano, it was a breeze. It was super easy. So let me describe what we're about to do. We're going to seek our job change. Our job change happens here, in these islands here. To get this job change, we have to meet the King of the Dragons, which is, I think, here or here, one of these two. And he's going to send us on a task to a castle of trials of some sort. And we're supposed to pick up a token of our bravery. And I believe that is right over here. Well, typically, to do this, in the original playthrough, you would go through all this and kill the fire fiend, and you would go all through these rivers, and you would find the floating stone in the ice cave, and then you would get the airship, and then you would fly all the way up here, and then the guide would tell you to stop here and talk to all the dragons, and then it would tell you to go over here, and then land somewhere way over here, and then walk all the way down here to this castle, and do the trial, and then go back to him, and then get your third job, or your second job, and then you can continue on to the story to unlock the other two crystals, one here and one over here. Well, we've unlocked one crystal, and I want my new job now, so that way I can go ahead and get all my spells now. And to do that, we already have everything we need. But Pwnery, I thought you needed the airship to go there. No, I don't. I could take the boat and head straight north. Actually, no, the easiest way for me to get there is to head south and then go over to this elven castle and just head straight south. Because you can get to the north from the south and just clip through here, and then there's a river and a lake here. And you can use the canoe. And you could skip all this crap and go straight to this trial. And get that tail out of the way. That, token out of the way. Then we'll go get the airship. So, in our next episode, that's what we're going to do. We're going to start deviating from the path slightly. It's going to end up the same way. It's just we're going to do it in a different order. So, this was Pwnery's Kicking It Old School, Season 5, Episode 36. And if you like what you see, and maybe want to get a copy of the Pixel Remaster yourself, check the link in the description below. If you're new to my channel, welcome, but if you're a regular here, welcome back. Either way, check out my other playlist and see if my other interests may be of interest to you. Next week, we're going to take the trial. So until then, we'll see you later.